Hello everybody, Mr. the Vestman here, bringing you Dungeon Defenders. And we're going to do things a little differently this time because I want to demonstrate to you guys. You'll see I'm playing as a level 38 Huntress with a level 30 something Squire Apprentice. And I want to demonstrate that the strategy for each level does not change regardless of your character, regardless of your character level, regardless of how you really play the game. The strategies will remain the same because this game really does have, set choke points where you are designed to, funnel the enemy through the choke point. So you can see on the map we're setting up here. So you're going to want to put one. You should see me. I dropped the mana here. Get that off screen. So you can see where there's one choke point right there. And the reason that one's so good, that is the incubator gun. That's very interesting. But you'll see the choke points here. There's at this side of the map. This is going to be the high traffic side. You're going to have a lot more enemies on this side. So you're going to actually have two choke points. Those bridges, those wooden planks you saw, which we haven't blocked off yet, just because there isn't simply enough mana. And then there's going to be the bottom choke point, which you saw him putting up a mage barricade earlier. The top one will be fairly easy. The bottom one's going to be the more heavily trafficked one. Then you will have two back here at the back where you can pretty well put these anywhere. However, I do suggest putting them kind of in this general location because later on, if you ever come back to this level, or if you're playing as a monk or whatever, the area of effect is a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's used a little more. It's just generally better in that area. You could put the choke point almost right at the enemy's door there because frankly that whole area is a good choke point. But the reason I don't like putting things near their doors is because of that invincibility aura. I'd like to give them some breathing room. That way I'm guaranteed that my stuff's going to do damage. So here you can see the bottom choke point. This is the one you're going to want to beef up first. This is going to be the most trafficked area because there is 3 spawn areas that are going to be funneling through here. So you can see this time we're mixing things up since we don't have a Squire. I'm playing as lower levels. So I'm using the Huntress traps. I'm trapping up pretty heavy. I'm using gas and inferno mixtures. The gas stuns them. The inferno will hurt them. Obviously, one is fire based and one is poison based. So resistances can play into effect there. We have lightning towers because the lightning tower is a really good tower once again on any map. But here it'll really shine because you can see it just chaining through enemies. He puts up deadly strikers. Normally, I wouldn't suggest deadly strikers. I'd prefer fireballs. But and you can see I'm calling out to him right there because we need those magic blockades. He hasn't had the mana to put them up yet. I would suggest at this point you should be close to, if not level 15. I would say minimum level 10 for this level. If you're playing solo, you're going to want to be on the higher end, closer to that 15. If you're playing in a group, you can get away with the 10s range. But at this point in the game, you should be at level 15-ish. You can see here that we're at wave 6 of 8. Once you have your general defenses set up, you're going to want to upgrade. I would highly suggest you put priority on your barricades because, once again, that one side is going to be so heavily trafficked that your barricades are going to get pounded on. On the other side, which you can see right now, this side is going to be very little traffic. You almost have to not worry about it. You'll see all we have down here is one barricade, one proxy bomb, and that's actually enough. It'll take care of it just fine. It's really the other side you really want to be cautious of. The other reason for really being cautious on this side is because of the proximity to the crystals. Obviously, the crystals aren't that far away from some of those enemies, so it's not entirely impossible that they might hit stuff. You can see here just a demonstration just how many guys will start coming through. getting near to the end here, once again, you just want to upgrade everything. I put priority on your barricades, and then you're going to want to upgrade other stuff as it goes. Of course, a good tip for anything is if something's almost dead or if it's low on health and you haven't upgraded it yet, just upgrade it. When you upgrade a barrier or when you upgrade anything, you get all its health back. So it's a more efficient way to use your mana. Also, if you're playing as the Huntress, sometimes it's actually just more efficient to let your traps get used up than to actually repair them and upgrade them. Because, well, not necessarily the repair. Repairing them is always good. But upgrading them isn't always as efficient as just letting them, go down and then repairing them. Because the upgrades will typically cost 100, 200, 400, etc. But if your trap is only costing you 5 mana to repair after each round, then even after after each wave, then even after all the waves, it's still gonna cost you less. But that's really a instance by instance thing that could change totally. So it's just something you need to make a mental note of. Here on the final wave, the only thing you need to be aware of are ogres. So I believe I'm going to show that there is an ogre here. You can see I'm upgrading my traps just because I have excess of money. Here comes the ogre. You can see him. He comes out from down there. He shouldn't be very hard. He's just going to be a basic level ogre. At this point, your traps will be fairly beefy, so you shouldn't have too much of an issue, especially if you stay aware of the fact that he is there. And he also has quite a long walk up those stairs, so you can also, in my instance, I had proximity bombs down there, so he had to walk over 3 proxy bombs just to get to where he got, so that chipped away a bunch of his health as well. Otherwise, you should be okay. This level actually is a bit more chaotic enemy-wise, but the defenses and where you place them, it's a very solid strategy, and it's a very efficient way to take care of them all. But yeah, so that's it for this level. I thank everyone for watching here at XBLA Fans. I'm Mr. the Vestman, and we will see you all next time.